Hello class, today we are going to cover scarcity. This is going to be Georgia Standard SSEF 1. Analyze how scarcity affects the choices of an individual, business, and government. Part A is explain what scarcity is: a basic, permanent condition that exists because unlimited wants exceeds limited productive resources. Compare and contrast strategies for allocating scarce resources, such as by price, majority rule, contest force, sharing, lottery, authority, first come and first serve, and personal characteristics. C is define and give examples of production resources, natural resources, human resources, physical capital, and entrepreneurship. Apply the concepts of opportunity costs, the foregone next best alternative, to a personal choice, as well as a business with government decisions. So we start with scarcity. This is the basic economic problem faced by society and how the study of economics helps individuals, businesses, and countries deal with the problem of scarcity. Scarcity means describing the difference between limited and unlimited resources, the difference between economic wants and economic needs, the importance of the characteristics associated with land, labor, capital, resources, the role of entrepreneurs in production and distribution in society. Scarcity, the basic condition that exists when unlimited wants exceed limited productive resources. Scarcity, productive resources, factors of production, land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship. Things that are scarce are both limited and desirable. That is the key term for something to be scarce, is it has to be limited and desirable. Example of this would be crude oil. It is a land resource that is limited because there's only so much of it, but it is very desirable because it is used in producing goods and services that we all use. In market economics, things that are scarce are usually allocated by the price of them. The more scarce something is, so the more limited and desirable it is, the price of it's usually higher. An example of this, and this can change over time. Some things can be not desirable and then become desirable, and therefore the price is affected and becomes scarce. Now, for example of this, there was a time where restaurants would pay companies to haul away their used cooking oil. They had no use of it. But now it has actually been used in biofuel companies, and now they actually buy it from the restaurants. So now it is limited and becomes desirable, and now it's becoming a scarce good. There's also a small number of free goods that are desirable but not limited. For example, this sunshine and oxygen, that we can enjoy it and we don't have to pay for it, and it's not going anywhere. And there is a difference between scarcity and a shortage. Scarcity always exists. It never goes away, while a shortage is only something temporary. A shortage usually occurs when a resource, good, or service becomes unavailable for a period of time due to circumstances affecting that market. Example of this is if a gas line pipeline is damaged, they have to shut it down to be repaired, and then you can't get gas to certain locations. Therefore, it becomes a shortage because it will eventually come back. Another example of this is when COVID hit, toilet paper became a shortage due to people running out, getting it in mass bulk, and emptying the stores, and the companies just not have enough time to actually restock the shelves. It's easy to make, they just didn't have time to keep it stocked. Just to go over some Examples: time is limited, it is desirable, therefore it is a scarce good. Water is a limited good, is desirable, therefore it is going to be scarce. Garbage is limited, it is not desirable, therefore it can't be scarce. The air we breathe is not limited, but it is desirable, therefore it's not scarce. Now we get into productive resources, also known as factors of production, are scarce items used in the production of goods and services in our economy. Factors of production include natural resources, human resources, physical capital, and entrepreneurship. Natural resources are gifts of nature we use to produce goods and services. Example of this would be trees to make lumber and paper. Human resource, or labor and human capital, are people involved in the production of goods and services. People offer their time to production as well as their physical abilities, knowledge, and skills. Abilities each person brings to the production process is known as their human capital. Physical capital refers to the tools, machines, and structures used over and over again in a production of a good or service. And an entrepreneurship involves taking risks such as one's own financial resources to make a prototype of a product or buy capital resources required to start the business. Motivations of entrepreneurs. In entrepreneurship, in most cases, entrepreneurs begin new businesses because they believe the potential reward of success outweighs the potential costs associated to that risk. Motivations of an entrepreneur include profit, job creation, innovation, and improving society. Profit motive, seen as the primary driver of entrepreneurs, they want to create something so they can make money. And decision-making and opportunity costs. The study of economics is all about choices made by individuals, businesses, and governments. From the economist's view, all choices involve both benefit and a cost. Opportunity cost, the value of one's next best alternative given up, the trade-off when a choice is made. Think of an opportunity cost as an opportunity lost. The study of economics traditionally assumes that individuals, business, and governments behave rationally when faced with these choices. A great example of this would be on a Friday night. You can go to the movies or you can do your homework. You choose to go to the movies. Your opportunity cost is getting your work done early and being able to enjoy free time on a Saturday. That is what you lost. So now this is going to lead into our assignment. We are going to design an amusement park. So Seven Flags Amusement Park has hired you and your firm to design a new amusement park. The owners are looking for the right mix of amusement that will maximize their profit. The instructions from the owners: you must decide which rides should be included from the list provided. The amusement park must not be any bigger than 20 acres. Each ride will require a minimum amount of acreage, and the list will give you that acreage. You and your business partners must agree on which rides will make the cut and which rides will not. Using the graph paper provided, design and lay out your park. Again, the plan has to be 20 acres drawn on the graph. Remember, 1 acre equals 64 squares. An 8 by 8 square, or some combination that equals 64. So half an acre will be 32, and so on. Once you've decided on what you will include, draw your park. You may include walkways and anything else that you feel necessary for the operation of your park. But these areas do not count towards your 20-acre maximum. The 20 acres are for the rides only. Please write what type of ride and acreage used. You may use your ride name as well. For instance, if I chose a Ferris wheel, I could map out 1 acre and write Ferris wheel, 1 acre, and the name I chose, Wheel of Doom, on my map. Once you have completed the park, answer the following questions on a separate piece of paper. So we will get in groups of 3 to 4, and you guys will be the firm that plans this park out.